This is CNN Breaking News.
And so now this breaking news in a show of force, U.S. Air Force bombers flying in over international airspace over waters east of North Korea. CNN's Elise Labott joining me now with more on this. Elise, elaborate.
Well, we're just seeing a statement from the Pentagon, Chief Pentagon spokesperson Dana White, who is telling us that essentially in this show of force, U.S. Air Force bombers over waters east of North Korea. Now, Fred, this is from Guam, along with Air Force Eagle fighter escorts from Japan, the farthest north of the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea that any U.S. fighter or bomber aircraft have flown off North Korea's coast in the 21st century. And Dana White in this statement saying this is a mission, is a demonstration of U.S. resolve and a clear message that the president does have military options. Fred, this war of words between the U.S. and North Korea, particularly among the two leaders, President Trump and Kim Jong-un, is getting very personal. But North Korea's foreign minister just yesterday threatened that North Korea could, in fact, launch a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific. Now, we don't, in fact, know if they have the capability to do that, but these threats are getting very specific and very targeted against the U.S. And this demonstration, the show of force, clearly to show the North Koreans that don't even think about it, because U.S. military might will certainly be victorious here, and that the North Korean would really be on a suicide mission, Fred.
And interesting, so this report now coming just minutes away, just before we are expecting to hear from North Korea's foreign minister at the UN. We don't know what that message is going to be, but then one has to wonder, Elise, if this Air Force B-1, bomber mission is to get a better view of, say, that seismic activity, or if it would potentially be one in which to, intercept this so-called hydrogen bomb if it were to happen over the Pacific, or if it is strictly a show of force to show North Korea that response time can be immediate, can be precise, can be more than regional.
I think it's more about the U.S. always has intelligence assets along with South Korea and Japan to kind of monitor these seismic activities. You have a lot of other analysts that are working on that. And in fact, it doesn't necessarily seem, analysts are telling us that they do think that this is not, this seismic activity does not have to do with any nuclear capability. It has to do with a natural occurrence. Of course, it could be an after effect of the nuclear test that North Korea made weeks ago. But it does seem to be a kind of real demonstration of U.S. resolve, and in fact, a warning to North Korea to not think of any type of military action, because the U.S. response will be swift and overwhelming, Fred. All
right, so that's breaking news. B-1B bombers flying over the waters near North Korea. Elise, thanks so much for that update. Of course, we'll try to get more information on what this all means, and we'll be right back.